Hello and welcome to Click Data and the basics in the most widely used and sophisticated word processing program in the world, Word 2007. Today there are many occasions when you want to write down information in a nice and appealing way. It could be a letter or a job application in which you want the recipient interested in continuing reading your information. With Word 2007, there are many tools for this, and in this course, I will teach you how to use these. When you're learning about Word, you will at the same time acquire knowledge that will be of great use when you're writing your emails in Outlook or want to make a presentation in Microsoft PowerPoint. This is the outline of the course. Word has a whole new look, so in the first chapter we'll start with getting acquainted with the program interface, the new menu tab system and how to handle your documents. How do you find a document? The best way is to be very careful when you save your documents and be aware of where you save them. In Chapter 2, you'll learn how to work with texts in Word, in order for you to be able to use all the functions in the best and most efficient way possible. For example, changing the appearance of headlines and body text so that your document will be easy to read and nice to look at. We'll continue in Chapter 3 with learning about which tools there are to facilitate your work in Word, how you search for and replace words and text in a document, and how the grammar and spell check is used. We'll also look at how you can illustrate with the help of pictures and symbols. You might have noticed, if you're familiar with word processing, that when you're typing you want the text indented a bit. This is called tabs, and we'll look at how to use these since there are different types of indents, and in Chapter 4 we'll learn more about these and also how to make bullets and numbered lists. In Chapter 5, you'll insert a table by choosing between different pre-formatted tables, complete with example data, or by writing the number of columns or rows you want in your table. You can insert a table in a document or insert a table in another table to make it more complex. Finally, we'll make sure the document looks good, not only on the screen, but also in print. You'll learn how to use the functions in Word for automatic page numbering and dating. We have a lot to do, so let's get started right away. When starting Word, we see here that it says Document 1, since we haven't yet saved it. It works just like in older versions, but when saving it, you'll see the name up here. Before, when saving, you open the File menu. Now everything is under here, the Office button. Here we can click to open, save or print, and when clicking we see everything opening here, like recent documents, and we can go to Open, Save and Save As. Here you have many of those things that are basics for Word. Up here we have a button for Quick Access Toolbar, and next to this you find the most common settings. By clicking here, you can either activate or deactivate different things you want shown in this menu. Click once more to close. Here we have different words, and by clicking these, different windows open in the ribbon. Under Home, we find the most common settings. Microsoft has examined what it is we most often use, which means that you could actually now start working with your document, and all you would need is under Home. If you want to insert pictures or charts, you have Insert, and if you want to work with the layout, you have that here. You have a lot of other things under these tabs. To close, I can either escape or on the white surface. We'll talk about this in a little while, in case that is not what it looks like on your screen. The white page symbolises what will be printed, and if we want to look at the margins, the space here at the frames, we can go to this button here in order for us to see the margins. Now, we have these rulers, both vertical and horizontal, and when moving a bit to the right, we get a label for View Ruler, and here we can choose to turn it off or on as we like. Out here we can also scroll down to the end of the document, and we have black arrows that will take us to either next page or previous page. But to be able to do that, we need to have a chosen page in the Select Object browser here, since there are a number of things to choose from here, for example pictures. The standard setting is page. So, how many pages are there in the document? This we see down here in the left corner. Page 1 of 1, and the number of words are 0. But as soon as we start writing a word, we see that it starts counting right away, and that English is the chosen language. I delete my word, and now we are back to 0. Down here you can make a right click and choose the things you want shown. I have, for example, chosen word count, page number, and language. When ticking off the boxes, we see how they disappear down here. I want word count and language, so I tick the boxes again. Click outside to close the window. To the right here, we have the zoom and view buttons, and these we will look at shortly.